Hey, good evening, everybody. I don't know what I did, but I already screwed up this stream because I had to start it over because I set up something for somebody to go live with me. We're not doing that. Bohica, hey, check this out. We're in Englewood. We're going to a party tonight, you guys. Remember I told you I was going to get my megaphone back? Well, I got it back. Don't ask me how I got it back because I'm not going to tell you. Because if you'll recall, I told you the story about somebody stealing my megaphone and I was going to get it back and not involve the cops. I got it back. Do you like it? I come in peace for a peaceful protest and redress. What do you know? Here come the cops. Right off the bat. Fuck the police. I just want to test it out. We gotta hurry. We gotta make signs. Here they come, you guys. Here they come. And there they go. All right. So we got some cardboard. Listen up. So we're at the Cop of the Year award party on tonight's agenda. It's supposed to be right away for the awards ceremony. Fuck the police. So I thought I would bring a sign because Tamara T. Niles likes signage at the city council meetings, and I haven't been to one in a while. So I bought some stuff. But the damn store, meeting starts at 7. The damn store didn't have, we're going to be doing arts and crafts. They didn't have the hard poster board that I usually buy. So I had to improvise, and I'm just all out of whack, you guys. Hang tight. So my megaphone, it has USB. It's not the sound system I had hoped for, but it'll do for this all-American girl. I am on the free speech tour, just like Afro Man. You guys, that concert was knockout. It was fabulous. So I'm going to make a sign because I want to put my 2 cents in on who should be the Cop of the Year. So anyway, the dollar store didn't have my poster board, so I found some discarded cardboard. Remember, I'm about having fun. This is about having fun. In a peaceful protest redress kind of way. There will be no asking of what should I draw tonight. I won't be asking any of you that. Because last time I did that, you all got me in fucking trouble. And I got arrested because Joel Bell got his bell all disbelled. His little dinger ringer fell out, and he's like, that's it. I have fucking had it with that bitch. She is not going to stand outside District 3 and do a live stream and sue me without me making some shit up. So I vote for, as you see the picture of this live stream, the thumbnail is Vicina. Vicina is the cop in Englewood that's being prosecuted. I don't know if I have a mod in here that can put that link to that story. Gloria, Brandon, right on. Gloria, right on. If you guys, Brandon, if you will, find the Vicina, like vagina, but Vicina, Vasina, Englewood cop being prosecuted. So this dude administered a chokehold, which I don't think it's a chokehold, but the DA does. So I think he's going to win Cop of the Year. But I have two nominees. And I'm not a drawer, you guys. Cop of the Year is a tie. Tied. Oops, TIED. Tied. Vicina or Ford? Is it VASINA or SS? Or vagina, VAG? Vagina. Cup of the Year, Vagina versus Ford. Is that too much? Vagina or shit? See, you guys, I'm already out of room. Top of the Year. Vicina. VASINA. We'll just put it at the bottom, just in case. Just in case vagina is too offensive. Or Ford. FORD. As in Robbie. As in ROBBIE. We got to hurry and get up into the meeting. We don't want to be late. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Afro Man's free speech tour, that shit rocked. So we got some embellishments for our signage. Will we be able to pull it off? We got like 15 minutes. Come on. So we're going to go into the city council meeting because they're having an awards for heroes meeting tonight. And remember, this live stream isn't going to be that great because remember, YouTube is effing up the sound and all, and it doesn't capture stuff very far. Oh my goodness, what did I just do? So we're not going to have good sound. So there is also the meeting link that Englewood has to their own YouTube channel. Here. Oh my goodness, my tape is not, that's not enough tape. Hold on, guys, I'm getting it. Hold on. I'm trying. Look, I got kicked out of art class. I was never into art. I was, however, into speech and debate. And cheerleading, and guys, well, at least one guy that I ended up marrying, which, by the way, yeah, we just had our 35th wedding anniversary. And that was part of our gifts to give to ourselves, was going to see Afro Man. Hold on, I'm getting it, you guys. I'm doing good so far, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay, so then we got some of this design tape. I have all the right ideas. My application just kind of sucks a lot of the time. So I have to buy these, art kits that you just follow the directions. I'm kind of creative, but more so on the side of like planting flowers, watching my colorful fish. We need some flasher tape. We need to attract the woodpeckers, or detract them. We got red and blue. Bloody cop of the year. No violence intended. I don't get all fucking stupid now, you government spies. This is a peaceful redress channel where we make loads of fun of stupid fucking cops. Cop of, oh, this is not a very good blue. You can't even tell this is blue. And I just shattered my phone screen. Damn it, you guys. See what happens when I'm all in a rush. We're going to make vagina red just because that's the only thing that will highlight the black. So it's red and black, like a gang. It's the vagina gang. Vagina or Vicina. Cop of the year, bloody cop of the year. Hold on. We got to put some more stars on. And remember, I'm relegated to the back of the room. Yeah, Brandon, thank you very, very much. No pink. Pink just wasn't gonna cut it for this signage. Like for a pink vagina, I didn't think that far ahead. Next time. Hold on, we gotta get the stars on here. There's one. We're going to a party, y'all. Pop of the year party. I'm just here for the refreshments. Shit. Red. White and blue. I'm just coming for the refreshments. Okay, hold on. It's a 3D sign. See, I got good ideas. I mean, I know how to make stuff pop, you know. Cop of the year, tied between vagina, or also known as Vicina, aka We better put AKA. AKA Messina or Robbie Ford. Now, Robbie Ford, I had a really compelling conversation with the other day at the Walmart as he's working off duty over there. And it was one of the dumbest conversations that I've had in a while with a cop. And I wasn't recording purposefully. Now, don't do that. Always record the police because you never know when you're going to need to highlight some shit. And if I would have known that it was the cop awards ceremony today, I would be highlighting Robbie Ford. But Robbie Ford tased a homeless man sitting on the bench right here because he wouldn't give up his dog. So that's a long, interesting story. But needless to say, I was glad to hear that Robbie's still getting sued for that. So we did good. Okay, so we don't have a lot of time. We got to go. 6:48. Okay, I got my keys. Yep, I got my camera. Onward, we are going to a cop awards ceremony for anyone that would like to attend in a civil protest redress manner. You should come up to the council chambers immediately and cast your vote and eat lots of refreshments. Don't ask me how I got my megaphone back. I'm not going to tell you. I need to get some what? I probably better have my actual purse. Yeah, he was sitting right here on this bench, and he wasn't giving up his dog. I did support the effort to at least try to help the dog. What I didn't support was Robbie Ford's thought process that he could just go ahead and tase him, while the other cop, Matthew Stanley, threw the other guy who settled a lawsuit into the wall right there and bloodied him up and took him to jail. That's your ENGLEhood Police Department. I mean, they're not really out of the norm with most others, you know. They're pretty on par. Sorry for all the jingle jangly stuff, you guys. But here we go. So, yes, we are at the ENGLEhood Civic Center for the Cop of the Year party. I did pretty good on the fly. I got all dressed up and shit. I guess I'll take the stairs. I need to get some steps in. I almost didn't make it. I'm exhausted. Oh no. I have some offensive. Oh God, it's this guy again. The cop that screwed over Leonard O'Neill.
Hey, Regan.
Hello.
How you doing?
You again, huh? You screw any elderly people over lately? Oh my God. Excuse me. What are you looking for?
Making sure you don't have anything that's not allowed, like guns and knives. Thank
Get
you.
your hands off my stuff. That's my phone.
Yes, ma'am.
I know it's kind of like a weapon, but to you cops. But it's just a phone.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Okay.
Good, thank you.
Yeah.
So we're here for the Cop of the Year celebration. We gotta get our stuff.
Meeting. I'm okay. That's fine.
Well, hello. How is everyone this evening? Oh, looky there. Cool. Oh, hello. How are you? Good. Long time no see. I might sign up. Um, let's see. Have we changed the rules again?
We did update the council policy.
You updated the council policy for what? For public comment?
Yes, a couple other things too.
Oh,
In general.
what changes are there?
For sign up for public comment, just a disclaimer there at the bottom.
That anyone violating these policies, municipal code, or other applicable law regarding public comment sign up or during the comment portion of a city council meeting is disqualified from speaking at public comment for 60 days. Oh, so we're back to banning people. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I don't know if I've addressed the council in the last 90 days. Probably not. Um, Failure to include accurate information. What's considered accurate information? What does that mean?
Considered truth.
I'm sorry,
Have considered truth.
considered truthful? And how do we verify the truth of where Doug lives? Um, oh, my bad. USA. Um, so how do we verify my name? Do you need to see my ID?
I do not. Yeah.
No, you're not checking IDs?
Nope, I am not.
Okay, then how do we verify information? Oh, there's no free speech here, DW. They outlawed that some time ago. But see, we're relegated to this. So has the recording changed? So we can sit anywhere now.
The recording is still at the back of the room.
Well, how come there's no rules that say that? So we just make the rules up as we go along still. Okay, I see. Perfect. Perfect. So we're here for the Cop of the Year celebration. Look at my signage is even standing up right there. Right on. So I don't have to hold it the whole time. Sweet. Oh, boy.
So yeah, they're just making up rules as they go along for public comment. Well, now maybe Daly's getting cop of the year. I might support that. Is my friend here? I have so many. Which one? The Englewood PD blows. Yeah, as an organization, they absolutely do. So anyway, here's my sign. Cop of the year, tied between vagina, also known as Vicina, and Ford, as in Robbie. Did I do good with the decorations? How'd I do? How'd I do with the all the embellishments? Hmm. So that's a chief of police. Oh, whatever his name is. I don't know. I forgot. He blows too. Do I, Jose? I like the Statue of Liberty reference here with my brown. Government welfare recipients plotting against the public. No, that doesn't happen. You know what else just came out in the news? It turns out the city management here, Tim Dodd, who's the assistant to, the city manager, Sean Lewis, who's still being sued by me, along with a couple cops. And unfortunately, they dismissed Joe Anderson out of the lawsuit. Yeah, Joey got dismissed. Othaniel Badier's mayor is still in the lawsuit. We are supposed to be in discovery phase of this lawsuit, but I don't really know what's going on. Not gonna lie. Commander, how you doing? So, oh, we got to be quiet now.
June 1st, 2026. No study session items tonight, so I'll call the meeting to order. If you are able, please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
Hand over heart. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
On to roll call.
Yes, good evening. Member Russell? Member Ray? Member Russell? Present. Member Saverson?
Present.
Member Warren? Member Timmy Anderson?
Present.
Here's the I'm sure they'll be fine. The apple farm.
On to 5A, consideration minutes of the council meeting for the meeting of May 18th, 2026. Any corrections to the minutes? Seeing none, can I get a motion to approve this?
We already have them.
Thank you, member Gordon. Can I get a second?
I could cover them.
All right, Lisa?
Right, member Bethel?
Aye.
Russell? Aye. Member Saverson?
Aye.
Member Warren?
Aye.
Member Timmy Anderson?
Aye.
President Michelle Baptiste?
Okay, we're moving on to 6A. We do have one recognition tonight, or one recognition with two people being recognized. This is the police department awards recipients. We have two recipients tonight, Marlene Lammers was awarded the non-sworn employee of the year for 2025. And our school resource officer, Sean Gifford, was awarded sworn employee of the year.
Oh, that's Gifford, not Daly. Holy smokes. Those two look a lot alike.
So we'll read through a few things and we'll congratulate them, and then after, as we go through this, I'll come up and take pictures of this. So stay out there for a second. Thank you for your service this year. Arlene Emerson is recognized as the 2025 non-sworn employee of the year for her extraordinary dedication, professionalism, and invaluable contributions to the ENGLEhood Police Department. Since 2018, Marlene has consistently gone far beyond the responsibilities of her roles as executive assistant to the chief of police. In addition to managing critical administrative functions, Marlene oversees the department's sex offender registration program, supports detectives with case preparation and data management, coordinates department events and meetings, and assists with financial and training logistics. Her willingness to dedicate personal time to ensure important work is completed reflects her unmatched work ethic and commitment to the department. Marlene's reliability, initiative, and positive influence make her a cornerstone of EPD's daily operations. For her exceptional service and unwavering dedication, Marlene Meadows is hereby recognized as the non-sworn employee of the year for 2025. Please help her. School Resource Officer Sean Gifford is our sworn employee of the year for 2025. For his exceptional dedication to the students and staff and the community, he serves as.
There's no booing allowed, and there's no clapping either.
And committed to student safety, Officer Gifford has built strong relationships and become a trusted mentor and role model with schools. Officer Gifford consistently goes above and beyond by supporting school events, assisting patrol operations, following up on juvenile-related cases, and actively participating in restorative justice efforts. His willingness to make personal sacrifices, remain accessible at all levels, and respond to student safety concerns demonstrates his unwavering commitment to the community. For his outstanding service, leadership, and positive impact on countless students and families, Officer Sean Gifford is hereby recognized as the sworn employee of the year for 2025. Please give a round of applause. And council, will you join me up front? For the
Casino Ford all the way. Very disappointed, chief. Very disappointed. Booze.
recognition of appointments, communications and proclamations are settled. So moving on to agenda item 8, recognition of public comments. This is an opportunity to address city council. There's an expectation that the presentation will be conducted in a respectful manner. Council may ask questions for clarification, but there will not be any dialogue. Please limit your presentation to 3 minutes. And with that, we'll we have 4 speakers for tonight. And our first speaker, Chris Lewis.
No clapping, you guys. No clapping.
He's going to remind him, begin when you are ready. All right, can you hit the button to light up that microphone, please?
Dear City Council, on May 28th, while I was driving down the Broadway after the breakdown, I noticed water overtopping the majority of the bus stop openings and ADA accessibility improvements at several intersections. After stopping to document the situation, I also observed an older handicapped person struggling across one of the newly redesigned intersections. It was very disturbing. I wanted to help, but I was on the wrong side of the street, and I got the video to go help. They already started walking further up, where they could clear the water. The footage speaks for itself. Unfortunately, 3 minutes of the video cannot capture the many dangerous situations I've witnessed along the corridor, including large trucks bouncing loads, challenging conditions, and motorcycles, increasing concerns about pedestrian safety. As a third generation resident, former part owner of Blackwell Asphalt, and someone who has worked in road and bridge with American Civil Constructors for years, I understand roadway construction and drainage and infrastructure design. Based on that experience, I believe these Broadway redesigns have created a serious concern that deserves immediate attention. This area has always been vulnerable to flooding. Engineering and drainage standards exist to prevent stormwater from being redirected in ways that negatively affect the surrounding properties and neighborhoods. If these improvements struggle during a relatively short rain, what will happen during a major summer storm? We cannot afford to repeat the flooding problems of the past. Before the bus house and the intersection redesigned, Broadway functioned more effectively. Today, residents are reporting drainage concerns, increased congestion, and intersections that many believe are less accessible for the very people that were intended to serve. I continue to hear the same concerns from residents throughout our community. These projects are expensive, disruptive, and increasingly disconnected from the needs of the people who live with our care. Many feel that the character and functionality and accessibility of our neighborhoods are being compromised without meaningful public support. I respectfully urge the council to conduct a honest and independent evaluation of these projects and their impacts on safety, accessibility, drainage, traffic flow, and overall quality of life. Please listen to the residents who use the streets every day and who are ultimately paying for their decisions. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Goose. Any questions from the council members?
Thank you. Thank you for the presentation. On those streets at, I believe it was Shenango and Broadway, was the water flowing back east?
Yes.
Does it normally flow east?
No, it never flowed east before. I've lived there for 45 years, and this has totally changed the way the water has gone. And actually, so it changed, it started going east and it started going down the alley. It actually went over to Lincoln Street. The water at Tufts and Broadway, where the person is trying to cross, it was going backwards through the bank parking lot.
Okay, because of the ADA ramp
Yes,
lower than the water.
it's blocking it, we're making it go in or down. It's a drainage nightmare. I don't know if anybody's ever looked into that. I don't know if you guys, I heard that you spent $20 million on it. Did anybody else go out to look?
I think you've answered Councilman
Yes.
question. Thank you.
Great. Thank you for that presentation.
Any other questions? Seeing none, thank you for your public comment. Okay, I also look at this. Appreciate it. Our next speaker tonight, that's recognition, Mr. Lewis is a resident of District 3. Our next speaker is Ms. Regan Vincent, who's a resident inside the city.
Oh, good evening, council. It's really nice to see you all again. Well, some of your new faces and not all, but like same city, same lies, same nonsense. I came for the cop party, the cop of the year party tonight. I vote for Robbie Ford, who I had a conversation with the other day as he's working off duty at Walmart, to the tune of like $90 an hour or some crazy stuff when you guys are so short staffed of cops. But at any rate, Robbie thought it was all just fantastic that he tased a homeless guy sitting on a bench with a dog a couple years ago. So that lawsuit is still ongoing. But hey, go Robbie. I vote for Robbie or Vicina, you know, the cop that choked the guy out in the car. Yay. Or the two cops I'm suing for orchestrating bogus warrants, thanks to Tamara T over here and Sean Lewis for banning me from public meetings. Also, you're being sued for that. You remember, right, Joe? Luckily, you got removed from the lawsuit. The judge said, oh, poor Joe, we got to take him out. But we left Mayor Sierra in there. And now we're going into the discovery phase. I know you want to laugh and giggle, Joe. It's so funny that you guys just keep screwing taxpayers in Englewood. I know it's hilarious. 4 civil rights lawsuits moving through the courts right now. It's funny, huh? It's hilarious. I know. It's just great. I wonder if people know that in Englewood. How about this latest news with the nonprofit that was allowed to lie? If I had done that, you know damn good and well the Englewood police would have a warrant issued for me already. I certainly hope that the Englewood Police Department is investigating this nonprofit fraud of lying to the city about having an EIN registration from the IRS. I take that very serious. And it's very, very offensive given that Sean Lewis has been shown concession after concession for all of his screw ups. Oh, but this time it's Tim's fault, right? I suspect that will be another lawsuit as well. So are you proud of your cops? Do they make you proud here in Englewood? Does criminalizing homelessness still make you proud? Joe, I know you're just itching. Countdown. 5, 4.
Any questions?
Loser.
Seeing none, our next speaker is Rebecca Kramer, a
All right, we're out.
resident.
Good evening, council. I'm here tonight to ask the city to take immediate action to protect the safety and access of our seniors at Maps. Over the past couple of months,
For you.
I've recognized and record and unsafe behavior in
Refreshments.
patrons of nearby Broadway, including the coffee shop and the tattoo parlor. These individuals are violating those permanent parking rules, speeding through the lot, driving around.
You didn't answer my question. You screw over any elderly people lately?
Have a good night.
Is it funny?
Have a good night.
Did you ever finish your investigation on O'Neill?
You can contact our records if you want.
Oh, is that a no? Is that a no?
That's the official answer I'm allowed to give.
Yeah, I fucked over a 90-year-old man, made him lose his home, his whole life. You're a fucking scumbag. Special places in heaven for dear cops like you. Fucking scumbag. Enjoy the signage. Hang it up at the cop shop. Hang it up next to the quilt. Suck on that mint a little harder there, Chief. Hopefully Robbie Ford showed you his body cam footage from the other day. Some real smart shit came out of his mouth. He's super smart one, that one. But don't worry, I de-escalated. I walked away. Bye-bye, piggies. Go back to your pen. Good boy. Do you like my crown? Fucking scumbags. This place is a trip. It's an absolute fucking trip. Couldn't even get a fucking cupcake? Gotta bring my own refreshments. Fucking cop awards. Give me a fucking break. Shaw Gifford. Let me tell you about that dumbass. So you've heard me talk about Daly. Gifford and Daly are the school resource officers. You know, because we need cops in schools because it keeps kids safe. I am not in any way, shape, or form a supporter of cops in schools. I'm really not a supporter of public schools at all, period. So anyway, Shaw Gifford, a few years ago, whatever it was, I gotta throw this in the trash can. Let's enjoy the cool breeze in the camera. Let's chit chat. So, Shaw Gifford is conducting some kind of traffic stop on Broadway, where Walgreens used to be a few years ago. So I stop and I see that there are some children in the parking lot. And I see they've got some dude in handcuffs. They're putting him in a car. It looks like maybe this mom and kids are hanging out, whatever. So I don't live stream it. I just record it. See, because I'm smart like that. It was what nearest school? The Walgreens? No. So he wasn't a school resource officer at the time. So I'm recording it, and there's another cop there with him. I can't remember who. I'll have to go back and maybe I should go publish that video now. And the other cops seemed to be doing a good job, but Shaw Gifford was more concerned that I was recording, right? And so his immediate concern shifted away from the call onto me because I'm a psycho for recording children. As these motherfuckers are making their lives worse. They're about to break up their family right there in the Walgreens parking lot. But it gets even better. So the kids hear the cop disrespecting me or putting on a display of disrespect. And the kid starts talking shit to me. And so does the mom. And the cops are loving it. And it's like they think I'm going to be offended, like I'm going to leave, like I'm going to start crying. Oh, no, no, please, please keep doing what you're doing. But I do think that's one of the reasons I didn't publish that, because this child clearly was so dysfunctional that he was a product of his parenting, if you will. So I can only imagine why, when the mom was cheering on the child and she started cussing me out also. And I could only imagine why the father or the male figure was in handcuffs in the back of the car. Right? I'm also a mother to boys. I understand some things. I do understand some things. And so this was a really interesting interaction. And I thought to myself, so we've got this stupid cop over here in Englewood that thinks he gets to control who's recording from a public street, a public sidewalk, in a Walgreens parking lot wherein they were engaging with all kinds of members of the public. Yeah, some guy was driving through to back the blue, right? And so I said to myself, I cannot wait until I see Shaw Gifford again. Well, they stuffed that dumb motherfucker in the schools. And that's typically where they put the worst cops, is in the schools. So I thought, fine, go play with the children. I think it's fucking weird. I just do. That cops want to be around children all day when they already have a learning and discipline structure in a school setting. It is not the job of cops to raise children. And imagine, if you will, that most of my activism began when the schools and the cops decided that they were going to raise my boys. Mhm. So, yeah, that ended up with my oldest son suing the school district and the sheriff's department for an illegal arrest and detainment when he decided to protest outside of his public high school when they invited Michelle Obama to his high school on the eve of the election. That resulted in the school district giving me trespass warnings and notices to my children's schools. Yeah, that went over like a fart in church. Not good for them. Let's see, what else? Yeah, my activism really blossomed in those times. So, needless to say, I'm not a fan at all of cops in schools in any way, shape, or form. They're never where they need to be to prevent any type of bad things happening to children, and they're cowards. Hence Columbine, Uvalde, and we lived right by Columbine. So we went through Columbine. So at any rate, I thought, fine, he can skedaddle. But then I met this other cop in Englewood, Daly. And you saw him on camera a couple times on my channel. And Daly was very cordial and not a dick, and seemingly a cop that was interested in at least not escalating and keeping things at least on a professional level. And so I've always had a respectful interaction and dealings with Daly. And I've complimented him numerous times. And then they moved him into the schools, or he wanted to, apparently, as a school resource officer. And we saw him here working security one night. And that's where he broke the news to me. And I was like, what? Why? So, in his defense, I want to think that maybe Daly wants to do a good job and he sees all the bullshit of what these cops are doing here in Englewood. And he has decided that he's a better fit in the schools. So he can be paid too much money to help the administrators discipline the children and raise the parents' children. Yeah, I don't know. People are waking up and America is crumbling, half truths. Do you think? I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's happening fast enough for me to see some results, for us old folks to see some results of our work. Katie Kidman, how are you? Mushroom Manny's in the house. You, Mushroom Manny, thank you very much for helping me with that parking ticket. Is this stream flailing? It looks like it could be lagging. Just FYI, here in Colorado, we're on water restrictions, but in Englewood, they make their own water. Englewood's not on water restrictions. I mean, you can't drink their water. You can't really bathe in their water, but they make their own water right out of the Platte River. And so they have plenty of it. While the rest of the metro area is on Denver Water. Denver Water is the name of the water company that services pretty much the entire metro area. And they have, as of today, or not just today, but it's a big push today to advertise the Snitch on Your Neighbor program. They're literally calling it a water conservation snitch on your neighbor. And they have, I shit you not, this is like straight out of the Gestapo playbook, people. And you just go to this website and you snitch on your neighbor. And so far, they say that they have had 800 snitching on their neighbor for improper water conservation. Now, it doesn't apply to certain areas on the map, cities, golf courses. It just applies to the peasants. Communist Colorado? What? No, sir, you guys. Unreal. So you can't water after 10 and after 6, or before 6, between the hours of 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. No watering allowed. If you see somebody watering, you take a picture of them and you submit it with all the details. I cannot wait. I'm not going to lie. I cannot wait for the water police to show up. You get what you vote for, or you choose where you live. Thanks, jack off. Yep, true story. So that was a nice parting gift. We left Chief, what's his nuts? How come I can't think of his name? Dave Jackson. It's Dave Jackson. Dave Jackson comes to Englewood from Missouri. Sean Lewis hired him. And yeah, in the news this past week, some people who got a $6,000 fee waiver for holding an event on city property. This fee waiver was approved by city council, apparently based on some lies that were told by these two women who claim they have a nonprofit. And then this reporter did a story, and it's out there. I don't know if I got a mod in here that can Google that. But that's what's been happening over here in Englewood. I haven't been over here for a while. I don't care too much about this city anymore because nobody really cares about it that much anyway, if you will. What I care about is how the police are policing. And I care about how the homeless are being treated and targeted. And also on tonight's agenda is a grant approval for Emily Van Hake. She was sitting next to the chief in the back there. Wanted to remind her that she hasn't done shit for homelessness. Not a fucking thing. She was got a full-time gig. She sits at the cop shop doing what? I don't know. And how's it going? Pretty pup. And she's supposed to be case manager. Well, apparently she's just case manager for grant funding. And so they have this $293,000 grant from the state for co-responders, which I find it interesting in the breakdown. And if you want to dig into this, you can go look at it. I'm a nerdy like this. I go read agendas and stuff. I see what cities are doing or what's on their agenda, and I read Inglewood's agenda most of the time, not all the time. But this particular one's 114 pages long of this grant and how they're dispersing the funds. And the two clinicians that they require that this grant requires right along with the cops, they must have a master's degree along with all the certifications. Do you know what they're paying them? $44,000 for a master's degree. Literally like a solid 6 years of college education with like 4 additional licensures are required for $44,000 a year. And so you wonder what kind of quality they're getting in these co-responders. Yeah, so this is going on all over the metro area in these cop shops. I don't know. It could be contributing to the lack of return on investment. I don't know, potentially. So who's taking the bulk of that money? Well, they got some stuff built in for travel and training. They've got some stuff built in for six other people that are included on this grant. Not sure if they were a requirement, but they weren't co-responders, but they had to be licensed. So they got them built in. I'm sorry, for $293,000, you better have 24/7 co-responders that know how to connect with people. And their master's degree doesn't mean shit. Their life experience is where it counts. Because if you do not know how to talk to people, if you do not know how to use deductive reasoning, if you do not know how to dress yourself, I mean, it's not hard to have mom and dad pay for a master's degree and you walk out with a diploma. There's just no doubt about that. But if you are worth a shit with a master's degree, are you going to work for $44,000 a year? What? Here? Get the fuck out of here. Shit. There's McDonald's managers making more money than that. You are going to train a person with a master's degree. Well, you shouldn't have to, right, TJ? Yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy. Gloria, thank you for putting those links in there. You guys, my Rumble channel, I got to get on over there because YouTube, I got to start doing more streaming over there. Yeah, Sir Campbell, money laundering runs deep. Agreed. Yeah, so anyway, it was ironic. The Afro Man concert change gears a little bit here. So anyway, that's kind of what I pay attention to. Because that tells me a lot about how police departments are responding to homelessness and whether or not I need to go put some cameras on them. I never hesitate, really, over here in Englewood and Denver when the opportunity presents because, well, this is the area that means something to me. These are the people that have been near and dear to me for a lot of years that are living on the streets. There's a lot of great people also that live in Englewood, but they're older and people are getting older and the fight is getting harder. Well, Tish, if you go by the point in time count here in Colorado, homelessness is down in Denver. Straight homelessness is up here in Englewood / Arapahoe County, while unsheltered homelessness is down. So they skew these things to fit the narrative because Aurora is also in Arapahoe County. And so Aurora is trying to work this angle that they're sheltering people in their new poorly ran motel, like Denver did. Aurora tried to replicate that, but implemented it too soon, and they don't have a good service provider. So at any rate, Arapahoe County, of course, is going to rally for more funding for the homeless because homelessness is up, but unsheltered homelessness is down. You see, so sheltering works. No, it doesn't. They're lying. So at any rate, the Afro Man concert the other night. Ugh. I've never been to the Gothic Theater in Englewood, believe it or not. That's a staple in this state, and I've never been. People my age were regular attendees of that place, weekly regular attendees back in the 80s and part of the 90s. And it's just this really cool, historic type of place. Theater, small, cozy, I would add, but a little cuckoo. There were some people, let me tell you something. I was really impressed with the people that work at the Gothic. They don't need to call cops. They handled their business. And holy shit, that was as entertaining to watch as the show. I'm not going to lie. Like, the standing area only down on the floor, right in front of the stage, not my bag. I knew it wasn't going to be my bag. At least I was smart enough to know that. And so you can go up these stairs and, have a stool to sit on for old people. And my darling husband, who I think was happy to be there. Kind of. So we got to watch like this literal mosh pit to Afro Man going down there. And they weren't fucking around, those security guys. And some of them were older, man, some big dudes. They just plucked those people. They carried this girl out. Two had her legs, two had her arms. They take their flashlight, they shine it bright on them when they're acting stupid. They give them a 5-second warning. If they don't knock their shit off, they're out. Some dude literally tried to fight one of them. That didn't go well either. But that house was packed and the marijuana smoke was blowing. It was a good time. Look, I am totally for less government. I am totally for supporting what you want to do with and put into your body.
Don't expect me to pay for special rights or vote for special rights for you to do that. I want a free society. I don't want government intervention. I don't want forced taxation. I want a voluntary, mostly, society. And it all flowed just fine at the Gothic. Everybody got along. And literally, there were three problems. Two of them were taken out. Boom, done, over with within 5 minutes. And everybody got along just fine. And that's what happens when you have to rely on staying in business, right? Right. Because there's liability to that. Whereas here, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You will have a guaranteed paycheck. You can rob, steal, shoot, kill, murder, rape, whatever you want to do. You can do it right here. And you will have a guaranteed paycheck. So I don't know. It was just a good time. So I'm thinking at my age, I should probably start going to more concerts because I think I could be a good influence on young people at these concerts. The girl next to me, she was scared shitless of me. I don't know why. Probably because she had to sit next to this old ass lady that had this flashing hat on and stars and stripes galore. I'm like promoting this freedom thing. I'm totally, it's our 250, it's this country's 250-year anniversary. Let's promote this freedom thing, right? Go while I can still hear. Well, DJ, I mean, there are devices. I mean, there is no way that a person, even hard of hearing, wouldn't have been able to hear what was going on in the Gothic. Let me tell you, that sound system, whoa, bravo. I just can't be like OPD of Utah. Thank you, girl, for putting that in here. Yeah, thumbs up, you guys. Yeah, total contact high. But it was good. Uh, but lo and behold, everything goes fine. We walk out the door, and who's standing out front? The ENGLEwood cops. However, they were nowhere near the entrance. They weren't on the property. There was only one, and it was Trevor Valley, Officer Valley, who I somewhat like. I think he's at least got a brain, and he's not a dick. He was standing in front of his patrol car with his lights on, but I don't know, a few hundred feet away on the street. And then the other ENGLEwood cop was across the street. And so everything looked like it was going just fine. I don't know. Maybe there were some fights going to break out. Who cares? Honestly, whatever. And I didn't get a picture. I had written to Afro Man as the email queen, and I didn't get a response. But what I had asked for was an opportunity to take a picture with him. And he set up a thing to take a picture with him after the show. Well, by the time I got up there to that line, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. So that didn't work out. And then I had asked him if he wanted to go cop watching with me. Now, had I stuck around for probably another 2 hours, I could have been the last person, and I could have said, hey, let's sneak out and go film those ENGLEwood cops that are out here. But I was all over it. I was just like, nah, I'm too shy. So I left. And that was the end of that. But that was a good show. Nah, not totally past my bedtime, DJ, but it was 10:30. Yeah, I would go to that again. And interestingly, he was going to Lamar, Colorado on Saturday, which I thought was odd. But I'm wondering if he like had a price point for venues. I wonder if he tried to get in somewhere in Denver. I was a little surprised because he kept addressing the crowd as Denver, right? So I thought he would have done something different for venue, but I'm glad it was the Gothic. I'm glad I got to go. But yeah, he did some, and he plays an electric guitar, you guys. I didn't know that. He has a marijuana leaf shaped electric guitar. It was awesome. And he's really good. And his afro was just perfect. Imagine that. So, at any rate, I'm on a meetings tour again this week. So, we'll be going to some more meetings. We'll be going to the Denver Police Department, District 3, Commander Joel Bell, Commander Advisory Board meeting on Wednesday. If he doesn't cancel it, he's already canceled the meeting for July and August. He canceled last month's meeting because of snow that never happened. That even if it was going to happen as forecasted, was definitely no reason to cancel one of those meetings. Yeah, the Denver Police Department. DW Party. Happy trails. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Susan Daly, how are you? Jennifer, thank you very much for being here. I got great mod help. You guys are the best. I can't thank you enough. Thanks. I got all dressed up. I was in the party concert goer mode. Sometimes I do clean up fairly decent for an old lady. And then I had to get up and go to my youngest grandchild's birthday party the next morning. And he's just turned 2. And the news was announced that he will have a brother or sister soon. Well, apparently later this year. Gloria, thank you for posting that. Bohica. Yes, I am shy. You know, I'm a little shy. I'm a little gun shy. I just want to have more fun. I'm all about the fun now. How to have more fun. How much trouble do you think I'm going to get myself in with that megaphone? Thank you, Tish. I really do appreciate that. I think I do too. Life's not been a lot of fun. I made a post today on YouTube with some links about court stuff. A lot. Sir Campbell, you think I'm going to get in a lot of trouble with that megaphone? I don't. Because you can use megaphones for protest and redress. Got to use them in the right places, of course. And Denver has a decibel level. DJ, I actually got my megaphone back. Don't ask me how, but you weren't here earlier, so now I got to show it to you. And it's Bluetooth capable. So we can have jam sessions with all my new music. Let's test this out. I need to know. I need you guys to tell me how it works out. for sound. Because remember, the whole capturing of sound now with YouTube live streams is really a problem. So yeah, here it is, DJ. Check it out. I got it back. I told you it would not involve the police, and I wasn't joking. I think they might be. I'm not sure though. Uh, excuse me. Excuse me. Fuck the police. How's that sound? Happy birthday. Thank you. Are you commenting on my stars and stripes, Bohica? It's not my birthday. It's America's birthday. Mm-hmm. What do you think? Isn't it great? Hold on. So, did you get to see? Hold on. Did you? Hold on. I'm going to test my volume. Did you get to see how stupid Joe was responding when I was up there talking? It's all just a big fucking joke. I'm glad they're gonna think writing that check is a big fucking joke too. Because the lawsuit is not getting dismissed. They did, however, and I don't know why. I don't know why the judge. Here, we're gonna test this out from here. Sound check, 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 check. Fuck the police. So I don't know why. I don't know why the judge took Joe Anderson out of the lawsuit. How was that sound? Was that sound good? From back there when you couldn't see me? Give me a 1 if it was good. So I don't know why the judge took him out. And Carrie Stanley, one of the librarians. You could hear it loud and I could hear it clearly enough. Okay. Could it be louder? See, because this whole thing, it's not capturing sound from back here. Oh, birthday for the grandsons. Yes, thank you, Bohica. The baby turned 2. That is the babiest of the baby grandchildren, of the Benson grandchildren. They range in age from 11 to 2. So there's a lot of them. 7, soon to be 8, and only 1 girl. There's a reason for that. So, all right. That's what I'm talking about, DJ. Woo-hoo! No clapping allowed. I got chalk in here too. So, let's test out the Bluetooth piece of this for the music. So we're going into the discovery phase of this lawsuit that I have with ENGLEhood. 42 USC 1983 claim for civil rights violations. They have 4 lawsuits moving through the courts right now. anything can happen in discovery. Some newly developed stuff, like we're going to continue to try to keep people from talking at city council. See, now they didn't implement any of their new rules on me tonight. Why? So you don't get to make shit up to silence those who you think you can be a pushover of. And people do it. I had to go through them writing 2 warrants for me for this bullshit to get cleaned up in ENGLEhood. And it's not over. It's a long way from over. We're waiting on the judge's ruling for the counter lawsuit. I'm really anxious to hear what the judge has to say about their counter lawsuit. If you'll all recall, Sean and Tamra literally got free attorney representation to file a lawsuit on me for saying that they were having an affair. Defamation. First, they included all of the defendants that we named in the lawsuit, and they all had their separate claims of how I defamed them. Yeah, the cops claimed that I defamed them by implying or saying that Gene Mulder, I don't know, is having an affair with the librarians. It was the craziest made up horseshit abuse of taxpayer dollars that you would ever see. It was never going to stand. It was retaliatory. So I don't know. This is one of the more interesting lawsuits. So I'm trying to pair this right now, because I want you guys to hear my AI songs, like for real this time. They weren't playing that good the other day. There we go. All right, let's see how this is going to work out. Now, once this is connected, is this not connected? Hold on. Bear with me here. We're getting there. There we go. All right.
Whispers turn to shouts in the dead of night.
No! Hang on. Turned that off. I'm practicing. This is why we have to practice, so we're prepared when it really goes down. Yeah, I'm not impressed with the sound of the Bluetooth connection. Like I said, I didn't want to be carrying like a 500-pound boombox. It's a megaphone, Regan, not a sound system. I want change out of this lawsuit. And it is getting way more expensive for them because of how they have abused attorney time. And I don't These taxpayers, they give no shits over here. But this is probably going to drag on for quite a while. How's this? How's this sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you an update.
1, 2, this ain't no fairy tale. This is Denver, Colorado, where the truth can derail. Got a story about a woman strong and unafraid. Against a badge and a gun, her stand was made. They call her Regan, a thorn in their side. Caught them in the act, nowhere left to hide. From shady dealings to the jokes they tried to play. She blew the whistle day after day. Denver PD, they ain't seen a kind before. A civilian eye knocking at the door, arrest stacked up, charges been as air, just for showing them the truth, the burdens that they bear. Regan versus Denver PD, a battle for the state. Cowards in blue can't handle the heat. She fought City Hall and she emerged so strong. Now they're begging for mercy. Where did they go wrong? They act like idiots, stumbling in the dark. Regan's on the prowl, leaving her mark. They thought they could break her with cups and with lies. The weekend spirit, it just continued to rise. From precinct cells to courtroom, she held her ground. Exposing all the corruption all around. They stepped up the revenge, a desperate petty gain. Trying to silence the voice that called out their shame. But the people see it clearly, the fear in their eyes. When Regan walks in the building, the hope is all
I
dies.
did.
Regan versus Denver PD, a battle for the street. Cowards in blue can't handle the heat. She fought City Hall and she emerged so strong. Now they're begging for mercy. Where did they go wrong? They act like idiots, stumbling in the dark.
How is the sound? So I need to know how that sound is. Is it going in and out like it was the other day? Or is it consistent and you can hear the words? Because if I were like to just walk away and go do some chalking and let that play, would you be able to hear it clearly? Give me a 1 if it's great, a 2 if it needs some improvement, and a 3 if you want me to go to prison because of it. So, where are the cops? All these stupid little motorcycle things, they wreak havoc on the roads. Like, I'm all for a free society until they're acting like really reckless on the roads. You guys, it is so bad. The roads here are so freaking bad. No 3, 2 needs some work. Okay. So it's cutting. Shoot. Okay. Well, Mushroom Manny, you could hear it good. I would just want to make sure that it's not fading in and out, because that seems to be what's going on with these YouTube live streams in how they're filtering the noise. I don't know. It's really annoying, but not bad. Okay. Well, I have to keep working on that. So, yeah, I'll give you guys a quick update on Luis from the Real Constitutional Upholder. He's supposed to do his updates and stuff because that's just kind of what we... Are you hearing all this back here? So I think he's getting there. It's overwhelming. And I don't want to be saying things that he doesn't want people to know, but I do know that he won't mind people knowing that because of the new great attorney representation that he has, he was able to have a planned surgical procedure to remove a bullet from his leg. And so that was done. But there were some catches to that I think are working on getting resolved. It's not up to me to put that out there to the public. That's up to him, his family, whatever, you know. I want to say so much. I really do. Because this case is so bad in what Denver did. And I've seen some body cam footage, and it's even worse than what I knew. So that's what I have to say about that. Physically, he's doing well, from what I can tell. I am worried for him on the what do I want to say? On the post-traumatic stress side of things. Yeah, I am. And he's all tough and stuff. I get all that. All my boys would tell you the same thing. And I know what it's like to be a mother of boys, men. And I just know men pretty well. All ages, truly. Especially the old ones. They really are into me, like the 90-year-olds. I know a lot about 90-year-old men. Just joke. It was a joke, people. But I am. I mean, you get me thinking about it, and I get consumed about it because it's like kind of traumatic for me too. So to think about what he went through and still grasping with Susan, you can't do that. I'm getting so old. The reminders are just becoming more frequent. I never thought I was going to get this old. I never thought. Did you guys know it was Clint Eastwood's 96th birthday yesterday? That guy is 96. And have you seen him? He looks great. And he's still coherent. Thanks, Gloria. That is much appreciated. Yeah, I do have a good husband. I do. I feel bad. I mean, for some of the shit I put him through. But you know, he married me for better or for worse. And sometimes it's worser. In both departments. Yeah. Marriage is a two-way street. Most of the time. Sometimes it's a one-way street. Sometimes it's your way
or I'm taking the highway. Oh, it's like that, huh?
Oh, so yeah, poor Luis. I don't know. His life is forever changed. Trust me, not a day goes by where it's not consumed at least 2 hours of thought in my mind. But I do feel better about him being properly represented. It's a no. It's no way street. Well, it's some kind of street. It's some kind of traveled street, unless they've turned it into a fucking bike lane. Uh. So yeah, I hope Luis will be out in public soon in some way, shape, or form. Yes, Tish takes work, but is worth it, of course. Remember, Englewood makes its own water. That's pretty, huh? They have no issues with wasting a ton of water here in Englewood because they make their own water straight from the Platte River. I will tell Luis that all is praying for him and keeping him in your thoughts, and you'll look forward to hearing from him. I don't know. I don't quite know how a person reconciles an event like that in their life. I don't know how many people, I mean, like in the world, survive being shot 9 times. I don't know. I mean, could you, sure, aim your gun to only shoot somebody in the legs and shoot them 9 times and they survive? Sure, there's all that, but how that happened the way it did, and he not have any organ damage, well, that I think he knows of or that they're currently aware of. I don't know. That's pretty wild. Why 9 times? Yeah, good question, DJ. There's no logical explanation for what those Denver police officers did. And I cannot wait for the officer involved shooting summary to hit the airwaves, and how John Walsh, the district attorney who is prosecuting Luis, is going to sell that one as justified in light of some other things that have been learned since last knowledge data dump. I got to be careful. I can't be saying stuff that it's not my case. And Denver is going to become very, very desperate. I'm just saying. And that's why I'm worried for him. I don't think they're, what's the right word, damage control, that they're going to try to enact is over. I think it's only just begun. Because they got a lot of ground to cover for what they did. And you know how I was calling those 2 thugs
thugs. I wasn't wrong at all. At all. It felt natural to refer to them as thugs, but it feels more natural than ever now. I just hope he makes a full physical, of course, a full physical recovery, but a full mental recovery as well. Yeah, that shit's very real. And for his family too. So, well, with that, any questions? DJ, you could say I make my own water too. I just don't drink it. Oh, so that's not Mountain Dew in the water bottle? Gloria, in your opinion, it was a setup? Yeah, perhaps. I mean, there are plenty of pieces there. Hi, there were a lot of cops there. A lot. I'm of the opinion that within, let's say 30 seconds after they opened fire on Luis, they knew the whole story. They did. It didn't take an investigation. I'm of that opinion. So, what was done at that point to ensure that they continued to construct the narrative would lend truth to why Ron Thomas showed up on the mall a couple hours after it went down, maybe a couple hours, to do an interview with the press. It was still dark. Yeah. And CBS being the first channel, like, to advertise that, along with, they never said, it was never quoted, but 7 News said that he was going to be charged with attempted murder. Boy, that was pretty quick. Yeah. So, to your point, Gloria, about a setup, yeah, they can't control those trigger fingers very well, can they? The Blue Line Gang. Yeah, you can't trust one of them. You just can't. Scary times. Scary times we're living in with the government's army in charge of Everything. Now we got the water police here. But Tina Peters got out of prison today. Okay, now don't start going all political. I'm just saying the sentence didn't fit the crime. Polis did. I don't like Polis. Somebody was asking earlier who's going to replace him. Well, that'll be Phil Weiser. That election's already done and over with. It's not going to be Victor Marx, the lunatic. There are some, I'm sorry, these politics, they're such a joke. Like ENGLEhood. Look at these clowns that sit up there and fucking laugh over getting the city sued. They just laugh. I get them all choked up. They start chugging on their water bottles. Old Bethel, he started choking on his. He took a drink and I'm like, are you laughing? It's funny, huh? I think he was choking to death. I just love my children. I just want something better. I want to say I did my part. Look, I came into this world and my parents, they didn't do a very good job leaving it better for me. In fact, they didn't teach me any of this shit. They didn't teach me anything about my civic duty. I had to learn it on my own. I had to use deductive reasoning based on the shitty public education that I got. And then launched myself into raising children in the same shitty system. And I'm going, what? What is going on? This isn't how shit's supposed to be. Yeah, to say the least. No, to say the least. Yeah, DJ, plus what is in the vehicle in rifle ammunition. No, good question. Have I had dealings with any of the officers involved? I can't say that I have. I knew a few of their names. I was just glad to see that District 6 finally has a position for Lombardi as the parking lot attendant over there. Do you guys, you were with me on the live stream the other day when we went down to District 6 and they had canceled their Commander Advisory Board meeting? And we got to see that nice sergeant let me use the bathroom in the most hysterical set of circumstances. And then before I went in the building, Lombardi, short man Lombardi, little man Lombardi, who's anti-people, he was cutting across the parking lot with his to-go food to get back in his car. He saw me and he turned his head and he started walking a little faster, got in his car. I come out of the building and he's still sitting in his car, just on the other side of the parking lot. I walked up to him. I was like trying to be nice and he just went full on dick. So I was going to send some communication to the Denver Police Department and thank them for finally finding a position that fits Lombardi. Now, when are you going to cut his pay? I mean, that's an overpaid parking lot position. Well, thanks, Joseph. I love your comments, by the way, on my videos. I laugh. You make me laugh. I go back and read them. They're great. So yeah, I don't think I've had any interaction with, definitely not the two that opened fired on him. No, I've not had any interaction with them. And again, that's also a night crew. And in fact, I didn't recognize any of the sergeants. I saw that the lieutenant that was in that meeting the other night was on scene. I feel so bad for that kid. I really do. That should never have happened. And it's almost like he thinks it's normal. That's what I'm worried about. Not gonna lie. That this, maybe I'm the one that doesn't have it right. Maybe this is where we're really at. I mean, we see these stories every day, read them every day. I say it, but to actually like live it with someone, it's like, no, this is not where are we really at this point where our cops are open firing on us? Yeah, we are. So maybe Luis is more in tune with the direction things are headed for him. That's the age difference. That's that age gap, right? That's scary that he's accepted that at that age. This is kind of the America he was born into. This isn't the America my kids were born into, but it's certainly the America their kids are being born into. That's what makes me and drives me to want to say, hey, are the people really ever going to step up and say this is enough? I don't know. We're not advocating for violence, but I don't know what's going to stop it. I just don't. I mean, look at the lengths these cops go to just to shut up, just to shut my mouth. And it's like, sometimes I think they're not really doing it, and but that it just kind of happens. But that's not true. They're deliberately doing this by design. No, Mushroom. Manny, that's not how we fix it. That's not how we fix it at all. Vote harder. Yeah, vote harder for your guy. Look, if there were 50 people with me here regularly doing the same, I do think that some things would change. I do think in cases of civil protest and redress and refusal to pay and refusal to participate, we need to go see what these cops are doing. I just think some of that would change. But these idiots know they can just walk all over people. So we got a gaggle of cops over here. Yeah, that would be a homeless individual. You're trying to run me over and shit. Oh, it's Totus. I'm well. How are you? Uh-huh. Why so many of you?
Well, he called out with his service. We weren't sure what kind, so.
No, this is really necessary. Oh, look, it's our favorite Englewood cop. Well, hello, Officer Flatco.
Hey, what you doing, Reagan?
Well, I'm just dandy. I was at the Cop of the Year party.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Who got top of the year?
that would have been Shaw Gifford. I was voting for Robbie Ford or Vecina.
Well, I think so. That would be actually. Not on me. I got to run back and grab one. Do you have a bus pass on me?
For one guy.
Might keep him in her car.
Motherfucker, you come home and you all the fuck, you're fucking crazy. America. Man, it's free to brave, huh?
All this for one guy. That's Austin Morrison. He's the one that beat the shit out of Josh that night and then got up on the stand and lied and said that he felt pain. So he had to go do prison time or jail time, that is.
Somebody started, no, anybody. Talk about your children, like I'm a fucking pastor or something. Like I'm over here.
Yeah.
Here,
Right.
Thank you. It is a 70. Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
Well, thank you, Sergeant Totus. You as well. Well, now you have. First time for everything. Where's your co-responders?
I think they're actually on another call.
They're on another call.
Yep.
You only have one on? Well, they're just approving a $293,000 grant tonight for them. And you only have one on?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone by. I'm sorry. Oh, I got. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm not calling.
Hey, no, yeah. What's your name?
Don B. Joe Biden, Don. My arrest. Oh, I'm gonna be there. You fucking running up. Act like don't beat my ass. I'm gonna be in this thing. You don't know you fucking.
I like that attitude. I'm down with that.
Fuck me. All right. All right.
I'm asking if I can afford to leave roads. Oh, and the other half. Right, yeah. I can get 4-year-old and 2-year-old to come out here. Yeah. And he rolls out of his wall and just grab my dog, grab my kids. I'm trying to raise kids in here. Yep. I don't know how to do it cordially. If he's gonna throw punches at me, okay. Help us, man. Help us. Big shit. So some guys before this even happened with me. No, I said I drove by and I saw you two in each other's face. That's why I got my attention. Because you guys were making it blow. By all means, right? But just make it up. 5 days a week is that. Okay. I don't want to call you guys every fucking day. 5 days. Come over here and handle it. I even know right to 5 2 weeks, right? I get the grabbing at your dog and all. Damn, I mean, shit up. He's got to keep his hands to himself too, right? But at the same time, he has every right to be on the sidewalk just as you do, right? Explain it to God. You pass. I'm pretty sure there's signs that says no. You can't sleep right here. We get that.
Why not?
All this stuff.
You ain't got anywhere else to sleep. Why not?
Here's the deal, man. If you're gonna walk this sidewalk here, my suggestion, go across the street. Walk by cordially. Avoid him, right? Exactly what we did. There's ways you could have helped curtail this instead of getting in his face too. I'm not saying he's right, you're wrong, you both are in the wrong, right? You guys are about to go to blows. Were you here? Did you see how this went down? It did not start with me going to blows. It turned to us going to blows because he fucking freaked out. I didn't start with going to blows. You were about to. I said you were about to. I rolled up into each other's face. I'm totally understandable. Okay? My suggestion, walk your dog and kids out here. See him there. So come out of the place I pay to live in, and I got to go across the street. Put my kids away from the guy. I'm just trying to help you avoid a situation. My sidewalk. I'm trying to help you avoid a situation.
My side.
I do appreciate it.
Fucking
But
people.
I thought it was a thing that they're not. You're not supposed to just come over here and camp out. Dude, we walk in our door on the 3rd floor and there's homeless people sleeping on the floor. In the hallway on the 3rd floor. We come deal with that. Okay? That's a little bit different, man, because that's inside private property. This is outside. This is public area, right? I'm one. Alright. Alright. I just don't want him to approach my kids aggressively like that. I get that. Because it's only that calm because it was my dog. I get that. You grab my 2-year-old like you just grabbed my dog. If you have a 2-year-old, you're gonna understand. That is understandable. Right. You're good, man. I'm just trying to make sure it's. Yep, no, we get it, man. Dude, you want to raise your kid where it's safe. That motherfucker's not safe. That's all I'm saying. Okay. This is the 3rd time he's done it in 2 weeks.
Yeah, what the fuck ever. Fucking whiner. Go have another beer. But that kind of alcoholism is okay as long as they're housed. That's okay. Uh-huh. Fuck that guy. Why don't you guys tell him to go get fucked? It's fucking bullshit. He came out there, you know it, and started shit with him. Can't even fucking stand up straight. Fucking asshole. That's what I'm talking about with people. My kids. My kids. I'm a drunk fuck, but I pay rent. I'm raising my kids. So I'll come out and blame the fucking homeless guy. Ugh. Crying out loud. This is why I can't be out in public by myself. So I'll just go back to wearing my crown.
The homeless are everybody's problem in life. That guy can't even walk out of his apartment building because of the homeless. That's what I'm talking about. What I say the other night to the RTD director who showed up at that meeting. Every single thing that is wrong in people's lives is the fault of the homeless. That dude's drunk as fuck in the orange shirt. It's his sidewalk. That's his sidewalk. He doesn't want him there. And it's because of his kids. Furthermore, that guy was acting just fine. Not the guy in the orange shirt, the other guy, the so-called homeless guy. And he looks over at me and says, "I'm sorry, I'm an alcoholic." And took his bus pass and took his shit and left. I don't know. We're in bad times. Look, I don't, you think you should have a pristine, deserted island of your own because you pay probably $2,000 or so a month to live in these shit apartments. No, the guy in the orange shirt was drunk as shit. His woman is standing down at the liquor store yelling at him. He was down there having words with somebody at the liquor store, slurring his words, the guy in the orange shirt, as the cops are surrounding the black man that was sitting up and there just fine. I don't know. One of the cops said he drove by and saw them about to go to blows with each other. Somebody called in a disturbance, so they sent the whole department. Everybody's stressed. Look, domestic violence is up. Everything is a mess. But I just have a problem with these types of humans that are looking to blame the homeless for all of their problems. The dude expects to walk out of his apartment here on the 3rd floor and not have to deal with this. You can't just camp here. You can't just hang out. You can't just sleep here. Well, the dude had a backpack and a bag, and his headphones were laying on the ground. That's what was on the ground. The cops gave him a bus pass. Yes, Joy. Most people are being destroyed. I just feel like being homeless. I feel like it's the easier solution. I'm not gonna lie. I don't pretend to know what it's like to be homeless, but some days I just look and go, there's some things they don't have wrong. Homeless. What does that even mean? I'm having all these philosophical wars in my head as of late. That's why I should just put a crown on and work on solving the world's problems tomorrow. How's that? The government taxing us to our death. Amen. Jennifer, amen. Yeah, just help somebody out instead of being an asshole. And if you don't like what you see, you can just keep walking. You don't even have to look. You don't. You don't even have to look. It's like scrolling on the internet. You don't have to do that shit. You don't have to let it eat you alive. Yeah, homeless, no privacy, no dignity. I know, but I don't know. Just the way that we tolerate the responses to it. Cops are gone. They have no place to shower or poop. Yeah, I know. Wish I had a lot of money. Because I'd send a team out to the street to be on the lookout for stuff just like this. And I'd say, offer our services and bring them here. I would run a magnificent operation. I really would. On that note, I'm really hopeful that some things are going to come through here very soon, and we're going to expand the nonprofit into Texas and California. I'm really excited for that. So, with that, I'm going to close this evening out because I gotta go home and celebrate the COP award ceremony, the COP of the year of ENGLEhood, and the award went to Shaw Gifford and Marlene Lammers' son, whatever. I really cheered for her. The bitch don't like me. She's up there rolling her eyes and shit. She sees me and she's like, that's his secretary. That's the chief secretary. I'm like, bitch, I clapped and cheered for, I was like, woohoo! Clear from the back of the room. And then when Shaw Gifford got the word, I was like, boo. Nobody wants to give me a chance. You think I just saved an arrest? Yeah, and I guess that they wouldn't have arrested the right person. I could be wrong. That was Sergeant Totus that showed up. You remember our interaction? I liked Totus until that night that he let that shit go on in that meeting where they talked loads of shit about a sweet lost little lady here in ENGLEhood. And that whole committee better be disbanded. Disband. 'Cause I don't want to have to go to another meeting like that and go to my car and cry. So we'll see how this lawsuit is going to settle here over time and how many changes ENGLEhood is actually going to make within their city government structure and this not silencing speech thing and retaliating for speech. So, but anyway, we're on a meetings kick, right? So I'll catch you on the next meeting. Thanks for hanging with me, guys. Mods,